Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Neko cupcakes. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears.
So cute! Kawaii desu ne!
Oh god, so cringy. Okay.
I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. What do you know?
Oh god, Sarah William, the voice actress of Uni, would be perfect for this character, Natsuki. Just hurry and take one. I don't know how to do Sarah's voice. Sayuri grabs one first, then Monica, I follow.
It's delicious.
Wrong voice. Whatever. Sayuri talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. I wonder what would happen if Mob Talker got an anime. If so, I would legit watch it. Problem with Mob Talker being an anime is that everyone has a custom story to it, including me. So it depends on what story Mob Talker is going to go through and what the developer wants. I don't know. Mine is just pretty much an animated series at this point with an actual good story. I'm not sure if it's still good compared to the original that I've done 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago. I don't remember. I don't know. What do you guys think of the anime series? Is it just as good as the original? Is it better? Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaky glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. Funny story. Quick story for a little bit. My sister called me over, and she gave me like a piece of cake. But the thing is, like, the icing is made of alcohol. And she warned me about it, so I was like, okay, I'm going to eat this cake and I'll call you over when I'm drunk. So I took a bite of the icing and it tasted so bad, like alcohol-based icing. God, that's terrible. I even let my dad try some because he used to have alcohol, and he said it was bitter. I don't know. Alcohol is not even my thing. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I made it for you or anything, baka. Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Every freaking anime with a tsundere. I called it. Every typical tsundere line. Yeah, I feel like the older Mob Talker episodes have more charm, but the new ones seem more professional. Well, that's the thing, because I want it to be more professional and to at least have a better story to it. Yeah, it kind of has a charm. It's kind of a little funny, especially with paint, I guess, because I used to make the intros with paint as well as the thumbnails. And yeah, we're all still kind of sad because paint is going away by the end of this year. Huh? I thought you technically did. Sayuri said, well, maybe, but not for, you know, you, baka. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Oh god. Can you imagine if you talk to a real-life tsundere? And I'm not talking about going to Japan and going to those tsundere cafes. Those tsundere cafes are not like tsunderes that you see on anime. It's all soon and no dere. Trust me, I've seen YouTube videos. I don't know. I plan on going in Japan one day. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. God, I freaking hate tea. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. Funny thing is, like, even when I go out to cosplay, people are offering me to buy like boba tea or something like that, and I tell them like I hate teas, and they were so surprised, like, what? Like, is it really that surprising that I don't like tea and that I'm just a coffee person? Like, if you've known about me, like, I've been through worse. Like, I don't, like, it's, like, throughout my life, like, currently I don't eat a lot of vegetables. I don't eat fruits at all. Like actual regular fruits, you know, not processed in like a smoothie or anything. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
Not when I hate books. Unless it's Garfield.
I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not...
Insulted, Yuri looked away. Already, I just want to go for Yuri because of how similar our personalities are. Of course, not on camera.
I meant that, you know.
I believe you. Well, tea reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. At least half of that sentence is technically correct.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? Oh, I don't know. My childhood friend forcing me into this. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. I wouldn't know. Books and I don't mix. Same here. Actually, when I was young, I still liked Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, that kind of book, and Green Eggs and Ham. But however, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the book, was actually pretty interesting. I guess it's probably because it's relatable to the movie with Johnny Depp in it. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay, don't be embarrassed. But make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year?
Well, you know.
To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. Sounds like what's going on today, with our kind of politics. Whoa, I have a feeling I'm going to like Yuri more than I do Sayori. I agree with you, Super Bear Neo.
I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream.
I can't move. What's going on?
Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. Well, I wouldn't know. I was the treasurer. I think I was the treasurer for an anime club. And people suggested I start a sewing club. It's like, okay, how am I going to accomplish that? If you're anything like me, choosing what girl to go after is a hard choice. That's true. I mean, all of them are cute, you know. You know, you could go after Tsundere. As long as you're not the kind of person that sticks their dick in crazy and go for the freaking yandere.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it.
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. I swear, me and you are parallel versions of her, since we have way too many of the same likes and dislikes. I'm glad I don't know. Have you not eaten a lot of fruits and vegetables over your life? Because I sure as hell don't. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. I'm such a terrible role model when it comes to being a picky bastard.
So, Ken, what kind of things do you like to read?
Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. That's true. I don't read a lot of books in my life either. I guess romance? No, not romance. I've never been in a relationship. Okay, even I know that yonder is a bad choice, sadly. I didn't think like that last year. What kind of books? Everyone, what kind of books do you like? Or what genre of the books? I don't know. Cause I usually read mangas and stuff. Well, at least she isn't like, you know. That's true. Manga. Well, I do like manga, so I guess that answers my question. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wanted to say something, but she keeps quiet.
Not much of a reader, I guess.
Well, that could change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri?
Well, let's see.
I'm into shonen and ecchi. Nice. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger.
My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds.
I'm not sure what fits in that genre.
The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive.
You know, if you think about it that way, that actually does sound interesting. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people.
But you know, I like a lot of things.
I dropped my adventure action? Yeah, interesting. I guess like action and comedy would be my favorite book, I guess. Or favorite genre.
Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately.
I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. That's true. It's always a thing with us guys. We always go back. The thing I learned in psychology is called the nothing box, and that usually applies with men. Men, we usually talk about one subject, go to the nothing box. Another subject, go back to the nothing box. While women, there is no such thing as a nothing box, and they could just talk about anything that they want, and they won't. And there's no such thing, and they wouldn't go for nothing at all. I don't know, psychology's pretty interesting. You get to learn why people are such assholes. Anyways.
Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment.
I hate horror.
Oh? Why is that?
Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second.
Never mind.
That's right, you usually like to write
about cute things, don't you, Natsuki?
What?
What gives you that idea?
You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. You look like you were working on a poem called...
Don't say it out loud! And give that back!
Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems... Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayuri's sidles? What the hell? Never heard of that. Up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders.
I'm not cute.
Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive.
Why don't you share them sometime?
No!
Natsuki averts her eyes. You would like them.
Now you're very confident we're right yet. I don't doubt that nothing box thing. It's a true thing. You don't realize it until you learn about it.
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe share some of your work. You can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri.
I want to read everyone's poems.
I like how every chick, almost every chick except for Sayori is normal, and Sayori is just like the annoying high-pitched one. We all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Huh?
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Beeps and bobs. Hello, Juby XL Pro. Thank you for tuning in.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it!
Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little bit more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Ken? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on. There's still one problem.
Huh? What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. You know, I'm surprised I didn't ask this, but what are your thoughts on multiverse theory, or the idea of parallel universes? Multiverse theory, or the idea of parallel universes. I don't think that's a thing you tackled onto psychology, but I don't know. I think it's pretty interesting to know if there are multiverses or some kind of parallel universe out there in the world. I think that's pretty interesting, you know? It's kind of like, I guess like in a different universe you could be something completely different, or I don't know, maybe there's like a lot of like parallel universes based on the actions that you've done, or like you know, various parallel universes that differ based on the butterfly effect considered from your choices that you make. I don't know. I cannot read Japanese, Juby. I'm sorry. I haven't taken Japanese classes yet.